It's Friday, December the 14th. We've reached the semifinal round of the playoffs. What a great time for football and barbecue.
In Texas, we love our football and we love our barbecue. They may not have been invented here, but we damn well think we do both better than anybody else.
Tonight I'm at the field in Pflugerville. I'm here to see the Yoakum Bulldogs in action against the Grandview Zebras. Bo Robinson is the head coach of Yoakum. He brings in a team with a 12-2 record. They're currently on a 4-game winning streak. Brad Davis is the head coach of Granville. The Zebras have a record of 13-2 on the year, and they've won their last 10 games in a row. Current temperature is about 52. It's overcast and windy. It's not going to get much colder, but that wind could have an impact on the passing and kicking games. It's real simple. The winner tonight goes to the state championship at Jerry's World next week. The loser goes home. Bulldogs and Zebras, it should be a good one. The teams are in the locker rooms, finishing their last-minute preparations for this game. Let me take this time to show you the barbecue I had earlier today as I got ready for tonight's game.
I needed to find a barbecue joint in the Austin-Pflugerville area that I hadn't been to before. Using the Google, I found a place called Oakwood Barbecue and Beer Garden. Their website looked good, so I decided to give them a try. Oakwood Barbecue is located at 307 East Breaker Lane, just off of I-35. As I walked to the front door, I was hit with that sweet smell of barbecue cooking. I walked over to the side of the building and stuck my nose into their pit room. I saw a man wearing a red hoodie prepping some racks of ribs. He assured me their barbecue was good, so I headed inside. I placed my standard order, got some iced tea, and found a spot in their back room to eat. While I waited, I stepped out back to see their beer garden. Pretty neat. The barbecue was really good. Thick slices of tender brisket with a nice outer bark and a smoky flavor. Very tasty. But the real stars on my plate were the ribs. They had a great outer bark and were super tender. The meat had a real sweetness to it. Really good. The pickled onions were good, and so were the homemade pickles, but they could have been cut just a little bit thicker. There was a large bottle of sauce on each table that was full of rich flavors and tasted great. I couldn't eat all that I was given, so I got a to-go box. I might not eat as much as I used to, but I think the cutter was a wee bit generous with his portions. Now, I'm not complaining. As I was finishing up, the man in the red hoodie walked by. His name is Arturo, and he's the pit master at Oakwood Barbecue. He asked me how I liked my food, and I told him I really enjoyed it. Then he asked me about the sauce. It turns out he got the recipe for the sauce from some chef years ago, and he will not reveal his secrets to anyone. I can respect that. Before driving off, I wandered over to the pit room, and Arturo was kind enough to lift the lid on some of his smokers. Racks of ribs and whole briskets just starting the long cook. Oh man, he is rightfully proud of the barbecue he cranks out. Oakwood Barbecue was not crowded at all when I ate dinner there, but I can imagine that the place is jumping when the weather is good. Neat beer garden, live music, cold beer. Add in some of Arturo's good barbecue, and you're all set for some good times. I gotta check this place out come spring. This barbecue is outstanding and rates 2 hook'ems. Yoakum fumbled the opening kickoff and Grandview recovered. 2 plays later, Elijah Golden scored to give the Zebras a 7-0 lead. On Yoakum's first play from scrimmage, Montreal Jones tied the score at 7-all with a dazzling 75-yard touchdown run. Later in the first quarter, Dane Gentz scored on an 18-yard keeper to give the Zebras a 14-7 lead. In the second quarter, Yoakum picked up 32 yards on a flea flicker. Hagen Garvin threw to Holden Lauer for a first down inside the Grandview red zone. But DeAndre Johnson was stopped short on fourth down, and the Bulldogs turned the ball over. With 4:32 left in the second quarter, Gents threw for a critical first down to get the drive started. Gents ran for a big first down near midfield. On 4th and 7 from the Bulldogs' 22, Gents connected with Cooper Deans for a touchdown to complete the 96-yard drive. The Zebras took a 21-7 lead into halftime. After a short punt, the Bulldogs started from the Zebras' 42-yard line. Garvin threw to Ty Love for a first down, then used his legs to avoid a sack and make a big gain. Garvin threw to Lauer for first and goal on the Grandview 5. Then the Bulldogs started moving backwards. A false start, running back tackled for loss, and another false start made it 4th and goal from the 20. Garvin's pass sailed over his receiver's head as Yoakum turned the ball over on downs. The Bulldogs got the ball back with 3:25 left in the third quarter. Garvin's pass on 3rd and 12 slipped through Lauer's hands on the goal line. Garvin's run on 4th down came up short as Yoakum turned the ball over on downs yet again. As the game moved into the fourth quarter, the Zebras faced 2nd and 10. Gents scored from 43 yards out to extend the lead to 28-7. After an exchange of possessions, Yoakum started from their 15-yard line. Jones took a handoff, ran to his right, got the corner, made some great cuts en route to a 43-yard touchdown to make it 28-14. Yoakum got the ball back on their 5-yard line. Hagen Garvin was sacked on 4th down, and Grandview took possession. The Zebras lined up in the victory formation to eat up the remaining clock. With the 28-14 win, Grandview booked their trip to the state championships at Jerry's World next week. Congratulations to Yoakum for their great season and to Granville for their trip to state.
Your feedback is really important to me. If you like this video, please hit the like button on YouTube. You can hit the share button to share this video with friends and family. Maybe you've got a favorite team I should go see, or a favorite barbecue joint I should try out. Write something in the comments and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Suggestions are always welcome.
If you like what you saw, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on my logo when it pops up and go from there. You can view previous episodes of Texas Passions by clicking on the links displayed.
Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.